Alright, this is my third attempt, and I think I'm going to try and do a tight 10 or a tight 5 on this, because it's not particularly helpful to tell you all the things I'm thinking about while I struggle with this game. Take 3, the first one was not recording, the second one was way too rambly. This one, hopefully, is just right. You're looking at Starseed Pilgrim. It's this really interesting, obviously low-tech game that clearly sort of is interested in playing around with the idea of control. So you can see as I'm clicking here, I can increase the scale to 2 times. You can see a little closer. That's interesting. I think I want to go back. You can play around with these grow tactics, which the game just sort of tells you about after the fact. You don't actually get any indication as to like what the growing might mean or why you're doing it. The little colors above your head give you a kind of order in which your blocks grow. Why the stars up here, I don't know. But Starseed Pilgrim's the kind of game that includes in the README a little note that says, like, if you're feeling frustrated, maybe you haven't explored enough stuff. And I have to imagine that is authors being sort of cutesy, because they give you really no account of what to do, where to go, and why. But a lot of levels is like super good. It's extremely interesting, and see these blocks grow in different ways. They're sort of, they do different things. I clearly have screwed up here and produced a number of blocks that I use. Look at this. Yes, I got close to the star. It's a key. And so I can use this key. Oh, I get some hearts. That's fun. What can I do with my hearts? Oh, I get special powers back. Oh, and I'm dead. So see, like, this is it's not a problem. It's actually quite interesting with Starseed Pilgrim. I don't know what I'm doing. So look, I could dig down, Big Doug style, to this block down here. Who knows what that did? I couldn't tell you. I can't dig in here. I could deactivate colorblind mode. Let's see what does. Nothing. Activate colorblind mode, make seeds more visually distinct. That would be nice. But yeah, it's just, it's not about this. It's part of the genre of frustration games where, that's obviously a self-titled genre, where the game doesn't actually tell you anything you need to know, right? You get the little bits of what you can. There's a down arrow here. I can press space to grow. These little black things keep growing, so there has to be some sense of urgency, but I'm not exactly sure what that urgency would be. These different blocks have different colors on them. I don't know anything. The game is very confounding that way. Look, I got some hearts here. I don't know why. Do I get extra bonus points that way? No, I just destroy the heart. So you can see, it is trial and error all the way through. And on some level, I guess, this is meant to increase our wonder, right? It's like a wondrous world. Suicide. It's a wondrous world, like you don't know what's going on, just like the real world, right? But on another level, it really kind of draws attention to the fact that these games are all mediated by control guides, by manuals, by tutorial levels, by all sorts of things. And Starseed Pilgrim takes all that away and makes it actually really difficult to play, right? We sort of take video games as these ultimate horizons of potentiality, that you can do anything in them. Take the same genre, for instance, something like Grand Theft Auto. You can go anywhere, do anything. The laws don't hold you. Possibility doesn't hold you. You can be as brutal or as kind as you want to be. Something like Skyrim, something like Fable promises to do this. All sorts of games do this, right? Something like this really sort of indicates to you that, in fact, your possibilities are very prescribed. And it's not like this is the only game where that's the case. All games have possibilities that are deeply prescribed. It's just that this game indicates it to you as you go along. It makes it extraordinarily clear that you don't really have much of a say in what's going on in this game. You are here for the ride. So yeah, like right now I just created these get me up here, but I'm not exactly sure that I want to hit the star. I get the key, but what does it get me? Nothing? I can do nothing. Yeah, nothing. There are keys up there. I'm not sure what they do for me. Maybe what I have to do is go higher and higher up. Possible. Certainly possible. Yeah, so it's like it's deeply confusing, right? And intentionally so. And you know, it makes it difficult to talk about. It makes it difficult to play. But there's something quite engaging about a game like this, right? Where in fact, what you have to do is, well, what you have to do. It's completely fake. How do you beat the game? I have no idea. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea how to beat the game. I feel on some level I would be a millionaire because I would know extraordinarily difficult games work. That doesn't actually make you all that much money to know how extremely difficult games work. But if in fact it did, oh, see, look, okay, I'm starting to get it. So it morphs back, right? So if I got to the bottom somehow with all my keys, maybe that would help me. This is boring. So let me stop here and just kind of give you an initial diagnosis. And thanks for bearing with me. The reason this first video is free is because I'm just trying this out. I've never done anything like this before. But it's an attempt, and I think it'll maybe add something for people who want to subscribe. I'm looking to add more things for you guys. So if you want, please let me know what those things might be. You know, I could... Yeah. But I do appreciate all the subscriptions quite a bit, and I want to be able to give you them. The thing about Starseed Pilgrim so far, from what I can gather, and I can't gather very much, is that it's a game that encourages exploration, doesn't encourage it by way of knowledge. What I mean by that is you only get to really get as a reward, you know, slightly more information about how the game works. If in fact there was a manual for Starseed Pilgrim, I expect the game would be quite easy. Not a challenge in sort of the traditional sense of, okay, I have to overcome X obstacle or Y position, or, you know, kill this boss or that boss. The game literally is challenging you to figure out how it works. So that's different, right? That's actually sort of the challenge that you find in early Atari games, or sort of like the earliest games. And by design, right? Those are difficult to learn how to play because, in fact, you didn't have all the technology in order that would provide you tutorials or something like that. In this case, we have all the technology we can possibly get, and what we get is a poem, right? Gain from loss, one does not measure but work treasure. Cute poem, not very enlightening as to the purpose of the game. The game is figuring out the game. So as far as self-reflexivity goes, this game is like right up there with the rest of them, with the best of them, excuse me. I don't quite know what to make of that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell you what to make of it until I beat the game, somehow beat the game, if in fact there is a way to beat the game. That is also unclear to me. But I do find it very interesting. I find it completely fascinating so far, I have to be honest. And we'll see. Maybe I'll give up. But the nice thing about a game like this is that even if you give up, it seems to me, kind of done what the producers want you to do, and you've succeeded in helping them produce their vision because you've tried really hard to figure out what's going on. It's not the easiest thing. It's a little tedious. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to be playing much longer than I podcast or than I cast, which I'm not going to cast much longer either, but it is fascinating, the way that the game tells you literally about what to do. That's all I got right now. It's a kind of glimpse inside where I'm going to be going. Thanks for sort of putting up with this initial attempt. I hope it's not too boring to listen to all the way through. Maybe that's selling it a little short, but strikes me that perhaps it deserves to be sold a little short. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following when you do. It's really fun to do this. I've had a blast, and I am really looking to more. So, yeah, tell your friends. What? Okay, see that? I wasn't expecting. once again, that happened, and I don't know why. Yeah, no, it's real weird, huh? Okay. So I'm gonna put you out of your misery here. Thanks for following along. This has been Video Drone Video, and yeah, thanks so much.